Welcome to this Leetcode series. Today we are going to see the fifth question in Leetcode, which is the longest palindromic substring. We already know what is a substring. Let me explain it again. If it is a whole cake, a piece of the cake will be a substring. Like that, in a whole string, a part of the string which is continuous, like BAB here, will be a substring of BABAD. So we know what is substring. Then what is palindromic? Palindrome is when you read it from left to right and right to left, it will be the same. For example, here BAB, when you read it from left to right, it will be BAB. And when you read it from right to left, BAB, it is the same. So it is palindromic. So they are asking the palindromic substring. So here BAB is the palindromic substring of BABAD. So let's see. Before coding, let's see how we can solve this question. Let's say we have a string S, which is the input they have given, BABAD. Okay. So the return type, they have said that it is a string, not list of strings. So we have to return the first palindromic substring. So we don't have to save it in as a list. Then let's see how we solve. The idea is very simple. You iterate from left to right, and from every index you think it is the center, and expand left side and also right hand side at the same time, and you will check whether that string is a palindromic substring. For example, here let's say I is equal to 1, so it points to A. Now we will expand to left and right. It will be first, it will be left is equal to 1, right is equal to 1. It is palindromic. Then it will expand, left is equal to 0, right is equal to 2. It is palindromic. Then left is equal to -1, where condition is broken because left cannot be lesser than 0. So this will be a palindromic substring. Now let's actually see how do you solve it with a topic. Before that, we must know that left and right is used in every iteration, so it doesn't store the indexes of the maximum like index of the palindromic substring. So we have to initialize another 2 pointers which stores the starting index and the ending index of the palindromic string. So here the pointer will be start, which will be initialized as 0, end, which is also initialized as 0. Now we will iterate through the index for I in range of length of S. So now how do we traverse left and right at the same time? So we have to declare another function which will iterate separately left and right side at the same time, but separately. Let's see. So to store it, to store the length of the substring, we just declare a temporary variable called length of 1 and call the function. Let's say the function name is like calculate the length of substring, CTLS, and we have to give the string the index of the left and index of the right, which is also going to be I for this case. But in certain strings the palindrome will be even, like ABBA, it is an even palindromic string. But in certain palindromic it will be an odd palindrome, so like a b c b a, it is an odd palindrome. So what we have to do, we have to call the function twice for the same indexes to check whether it is an odd palindrome or even palindrome. If both exist, we have to check which has the maximum length and declare its length as the final. So this s is equal to I, left is equal to I, right is equal to I, which matches the odd palindrome, because from here it will be left and right, but here there is no center. So what we have to do is length of 2 is equal to CTLS of s comma I plus 1. So left starts here and right starts here. Now max of length will be max of whichever length it is, length of 1 comma length of 2. If this max of length is greater than end minus start plus 1. Why 1? Because we are using 0 index, so basically we need to give plus 1, otherwise it would show wrong error, wrong indexes length. So here start will be, if this condition is satisfied, which is the max length is greater than the current end minus start plus 1. So basically it is the palindromic string, so we are storing the starting and ending index of the palindromic string. Start will be I minus max length minus 1% floor division by 2. You know max length is the whole length from start to end, so we need start. So from I, which is current here, we need to split the max length so that we can divide. That's why here max length minus 1 floor division 2. Same for the end, kinda similar. End is equal to I plus max of length floor division 2. We found the max length, we found the starting index, we found the ending index. Now what? Simple, just return it. Return just return s of start and end plus 1. Why plus 1 means when you know if you know slicing, we know that the last index will not be counted, so we have to add plus 1 so that the last element also will be part of the substring. So we done it, but we still didn't declare the function, write the function. So let's do it. Def of what is the name? CTLS string comma right, no, left, it is left first then right, left comma right. So basically what how we will traverse while loop, we will use while loop, just that's like that. If left is greater than or equal to 0 and right, just right, less than length of s and the most important part of this while loop condition, which is s of left equal to s of right. Then left minus equal to 1 and right plus equal to 1. That's it. If the conditions is not satisfied, that means the while loop has ended. That means return right minus left plus 1. That's it. This is how you solve this question. Now let's code it directly in the okay. Let's code. Like I said, start equal to 0 and end is equal to 0. Now for loop for I in range length of s. What you will do now? First, length of 1 we will calculate. CTPF of s comma I. Length of 2 is CTPF of s comma I plus 1. Then how will you calculate later? Max length. Actually we should call it current length, because every time iteration we will get a current length. We should check it with the max length actually. Okay, let's see. Current length is equal to max of len 1 comma len 2. Then here we have to check if current is greater than n minus start plus 1 plus 1. If the condition satisfied, that means that we can update start and left and also current. We found the start and the end and just return it. Return is of start end plus 1. Now we have to define ctpf of s comma left comma right while left is greater than equal to 0 and right is less than length of s and s of left equal to s of right, then left equal to minus equal to 1, so we are decrementing minus 1, right plus equal to 1. If the loop ends, we have to return right minus left plus 1. That's it. Just what is the error we are getting? No. Let's check it. We are getting error. Start is equal to 0, end is equal to 0, I length I plus 1, current length is equal to so on, start is 0. Return ISO. Okay, left is equal to return right. What the error we are getting is we are getting both of them error. One is just returning the string, another one is just response. Let's check it once more again. Yes, I found the problem. So basically, first the issue is current length greater than n minus dot. Actually, previously I have mentioned that n minus dot plus 1. That is the wrong thing. Actually, the current length should be greater than n minus dot. And the next problem is right minus left minus 1. But previously I have mentioned it is plus 1. It actually should be minus 1 because we have right, we have left. First, it will iterate. When the conditions are next, it will validate the condition. Then the condition satisfied, it will, the left would be much further than we required, and the right will be much like what to tell. For let me explain it once more again. Let's say during the while loop, let's say B A B C, I will be 0, left is equal to 0, right is equal to 0. It will be the single string which is palindromic. It will be returned. Then for the odd, this is for the odd. For the even, left is equal to 0, right is equal to 1. AB, which is already invalid, so this will be the single string. Then iterate, we will get to the point I is equal to 1, left is equal to 1, right is equal to 1. It will be just A, then it left will be decreased in the while loop. So now left condition satisfied more than 0 or more than or equal to 0, and the right will also be satisfied because it is less than length of the string. So left is equal to 0, right is equal to 2. So B A B, the string will be, but in the while loop, when I is equal to 0, left becomes, sorry, when I is equal to 1, in the first iteration itself, left is equal to 0, right is equal to -1. In the second iteration, itself, left will become, no, in the first iteration, left and right will be equal. So left is equal to 1, right is equal to 1. Then in the first iteration, left is equal to 0. Sorry, in the first, this is the first iteration, this is the second. Left is equal to 0, right is equal to 0. Sorry, right is equal to 2. It's over. Then still the condition satisfied. So left become -1 and right become 3. You see the problem here? Another more iteration happens, which led to increase in 1 extra indexes than we required. Let me explain it once again. Okay. B A B Y loop condition is just, we have I is equal to 1, so left is equal to 0, left is equal to 1, right is equal to 1. We are doing it for the odd. Don't ask why we are not doing it for the even. So condition satisfied. The substring is just A. Next loop, left will be, before left, next loop itself, the left values changes. Before entering the next loop, the left will be 0 and the right will be 2. Condition satisfied. The substring is now BAB. But before entering the next string, the left is already -1 and right is equal to 3. So when the thing breaks, the while loop breaks, the next iteration won't happen. So now it's returning. So what we have previously written is right minus left plus 1. So 3 minus 1 plus 1, which is 3. Which is wrong. What we have to write is right minus left plus 1, which is 3 minus 1 plus minus 1, which is 2. Because we are using 0th index, it will be 0 to 2. So but you will ask, the length is 3 actually, then why are you returning it as length? Because we are using 0th index. So when account to 0, we are using 2, 0 to 2, and because it's 2 is greater than 0, start. Here you will know why we are using minus 1 and why we are using 0th index for max length. I minus max length, which is 2 minus 1 percentile 2. Floor division do, not percentile. So I will be 1. 2 minus 1 is not 2 minus 1 is 1. Floor division. So basically floor division means just a quotient without decimal values to 0. So it is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. The starting index is 0. See, the end, the same thing. I minus max length or current length floor division 2, which is 1 minus max length, which is 2 percentile 2, which is floor division is 1. 1 minus 1 is 1 plus 1. Who said you? For end is I plus m maximum length or current length floor division 2. So because we are from I, we are adding values, which is half of the max length. So we are using floor division 2. So 2 percentile 2 is 2. So 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. Floor division of 2 per floor division 2 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 0 to 2 is the substring. Let's submit it. Thank you.